there's a very serious problem, because one of the things that's happening is a lot of money is being raised by the lottery, and a lot of that is being sent on from the state legislature to the city. But unfortunately, that money is not coming through to the Board of Education and in turn to the teachers and students in the schools.
All monies that are earmarked for education that come to Buffalo go to the Buffalo Board of Education. Every dollar. There's no question about that.
What about the increased aid to education given by the state? Is that passed on to the schools?
That is correct, yes. Whenever the state provides an increase in the amount of state aid for education, the entire amount of state aid for education is allocated to the Buffalo Public Schools.
The New York State Lottery, which began in 1976, has sold $3 billion in lottery tickets and earned more than $1 billion for the state. Its mission is to raise revenue for the support of local education. In fiscal 1983-84, New York's lottery earned more than $1 million a day to augment the state's share of aid to some 700 local school districts. One question being raised, are Buffalo schools getting their full share?
But what happens is that the mayor does not pass that increase on to the Buffalo Public Schools by subtracting the city's contribution. So that now that the city's contribution over the last 7 years of the administration of Mayor Griffin has decreased in the percentage. We don't receive the same percentage of city aid that we did 7 years ago. It's been down considerably.
Every dollar of state education aid money that comes in is forwarded. It turns out that the amount of state education aid that the city of Buffalo receives is far less than the city's appropriation to the Board of Education. So that when the Buffalo Board of Education receives an increase in state education aid, that's fine. But it still is not enough money, even taken with the Erie County sales tax share to the Board of Education, it's still not enough to make up the appropriation. And the balance is property tax.
Each year that the state has increased its share to education, the city has decreased its share. In 1982-83, the board's final allocation was $156,529,822. If you take that amount and add the increase in state aid and the increase in county aid, you get $166,165,000 and $822. That's how much would be expected with no increase in city aid. However, the mayor only allocated $156,773,000. That means that $9,392,000 and some change was siphoned off by the city. Now the Common Council added an extra $2 million. That brings the Board of Education's final allocation up to $158,800. But that means there is still a siphoning off of $7,365,000 and $822 in education aid from the county and the state by the city.
The key in the process is how much money is appropriated by the Common Council. Then the three big pieces of money are the state aid to education. Every dollar goes to the Buffalo Public Schools. The sales tax for education, every dollar of that goes to the Buffalo Public Schools. And then the balancing figure has to be made up by the property tax. And that's how the property tax rate is determined.
The city has the right to determine how much money the Buffalo Public Schools have because we're a fiscally dependent school district. But we believe it's illegal because we're in federal court and our desegregation effort is being affected by it adversely. So we believe in that way that what the mayor has done is illegal.
The only way that this can be resolved is if the Buffalo Board of Education recognizes that the mayor and the Common Council are the elected representatives of the citizens of the city of Buffalo, and they are the ones who make the determination about what the level of educational funding is going to be. And when the Buffalo Board of Education realizes this and makes a determination that they're going to live within the budget allocated by the mayor and the Common Council, that's when we'll stop going to court. But until that time, there are always going to be these problems, it seems to me, and there's always going to be the danger that this court is going to order monies that the city of Buffalo is not going to be able to come up with.
And I think one of the things that could be done, although I know how difficult it is for the legislature to, and the governor to point out to the mayor that they cannot continue to give this added funds for education and then require us to come up with added programs and added responsibilities, and then have what I think is irresponsibility of the mayor here in Buffalo of not making sure that that money gets to us.
And until there's a set formula that's established, that the city has to provide X% of the Board of Education's budget and can't decrease its share as it has been doing, we're going to continue to have problems in education in Buffalo.